Hi students, myself Subbaya, Computer Science Department from Henry Metric Higher Secondary School, Satangulam. Now we are going to see 12th Computer Application Chapter 1 Multimedia and Desktop Publishing. First we'll see what is mean by multimedia. So multimedia is the integration or the combination of many type of media that are text, graphics, image, audio, animation, video, etc. We combine this media into a single medium and we working this all type of media for the same information unit, that is multimedia. There are five components of multimedia. They are text, image, sound, video, and animation. So we will see each component one by one. The first component is text. Among the five component, it is the basic component. It is the most important way of communicating information to the other person. There are two type of text component. One is static type, another one is hypertext. The first type, static text. In the static type, the text or words remains static. It will not move, it will be permanently. And see the picture, the words on the images explain about the images. That is static text. The second type is hypertext. See the two web pages. In the first web page, there will be one word, blue color word link. Suppose we click the link, that word, we go to another web page. That word is called hypertext because hypertext is the system. Is the system which consists of nodes. Nodes mean computer and the text and the links. Suppose we click the link means we may go from one node to another node. So that is the hypertext. Next component is image. Image is the vital component in the multimedia. So there are two kinds of images are there. One is bitmap or raster image. Another one is vector image. What is raster or bitmap image? It is the common form of storing images in our computer. So each image is created by a tiny dot. Tiny dot, that tiny dot is called pixel. The tiny dot is called pixel. So we make the entire picture by tiny dot called the pixel. Each pixel here consists of two or more color. Suppose one bit has two colors, then 4 bit has 16 colors and 8 bit has 256 color. It will be going on. Okay. Next we'll see vector image. The vector image is created only for drawing the lines, rectangles and circles. We need only less memory to create this type of image, and we can also use the compression technique to reduce again the size of the images. This type of images are very useful when we send a large number of images to the particular network through the internet, and we are having many compressed image formats are here. They are zip, tip and jpeg. Next component, third component is animation. So animation, it is the process of displaying images by giving them continuous movement. Here the screen object is the vector image format and we can measure the movement of the images by the coordinating axis x and y. For moving the object, suppose we are using 15 frame per second means the animation will be smooth and the animation will look like a natural one when we are using at least 25 frames per second. Okay. Next, there are some animations types here. They may be 2D or 3 dimension. The 2D animation occurs along the x and y axis, and the 3 dimension animation along the xyz axis. Okay. Next we'll see the two type of animation. One is path animation, another one is frame animation. First we'll see path animation. In the path animation, the background setting will be constant or permanent, and the screen object is moving. Okay, example, cartoon image moving across a screen. Let us see what is meant by frame animation. It is one of the type of animation. In the frame animation, multiple screen objects are moving simultaneously. Multiple screen object means some multiple cartoon images, okay, that we are created. So the background or the object may be always changing. So that is frame animation. Next, we'll see the fourth component of multimedia, that is sound. Okay, sound is the meaningful speech. We always know sound is the meaningful speech, and it is the series element in the multimedia concept. And the sound provide music and special sound effect. And we are using decibel is the measurement to measure the volume and pressure of the sound. Musical Instrument Digital Identifier, MIDI. So it is the music composing tool, and it is used for synthesizing the sound. That means combining the sound with some special software, and it is used in the computer and also electronic instrument. So MIDI is used to create a sound. Next, we'll see how to make a sound into digitized sound. What is digitized sound? The sampled sound is called the digitized sound. How to make a sampled sound? So, first we take a sample of sound. We take a sample of sound and making them digital. Making them digital in terms of bits and byte using some of the element that are bit width, resolution, and based on the sample size, that we are getting digitized sound. Students, so far we have seen 5 components of multimedia. Now going to see some example for the multimedia components. First, text format. RTF, rich text format. It is the one of the text format. It is the primary file format, and it is introduced by Microsoft company in 1987. So among the text format, RTF is the primary file format, and it is used for cross-platform document interchange. That is, the text format is read by all word processor, and we can also convert the format of RTF. Okay, so that is RTF format. Next, plain text. So what is plain text? Plain text means it is one of the text format. The plain text file can be opened, read, or edited with most of the text editor. That means most of the text editor support this plain text files and plain text format, and commonly some of the text editor open this kind of text, plain text, that are Notepad, gedit or Nano, TextEdit, and so on. So this plain text format is mainly used for email sending purposes. Okay. Next, we'll see some example for image format. First one, TIFF, that is tagged image file format. So this image format is commonly used in the desktop publishing world. For example, printing press. In the printing press, we can use the TIFF image format. and it is supported by all the software package. And the recent version of TIP images allow image compression. That means we can compress the TIP images. So we can suppose we are compressing the image, mean we can reduce the file size. So this image format is mainly used for moving large file in between the computer. Suppose we are having the TIP image format, means we can easily move the images from one computer to another computer. Next image format is PMP, that means bitmap images. So initially it is only used in the Windows 3.1. So and it is the large image and it is the uncompressed image. Uncompressed means it has large size and therefore the image is called high resolution image. High resolution image means the quality and the size will be more. And next one, TIP image format. It is device independent bitmap image. It is also similar to BMP image. That means it is the large image and it is the uncompressed image. And also it is the image format is supported by a variety of devices. So most of the devices support this image format. Next, GIF format, that is graphics interchange format. It is the compressed image. That means we can reduce the size of the image and it is suitable for graphics and animation purpose and it uses only the limited colors. Only limited colors only it takes and we can identify the color values of that image by using 13-bit color lookup table and it is mainly used in the online photos. Okay. Next, JPEG image format. So it is the image format that is in our camera. JPEG. It uses lossy compression technique. That means when we compress the image, we may lose some quality in the image. That's why we are calling it as lossy compression format. And it is mainly used for photographic purpose and some artwork. Next, TGA, TACRA image. TACRA image means it is the popular image and it is the high resolution image. High resolution image means it has high quality and it is mostly supported by video capturing boards or devices. Next, PNG format, that is portable network graphics. It is the well compressed image format. That means we can reduce the image file size and it result less loss. Suppose we are reducing the file size, the quality loss will be less and it is fully streamable. That means it can be easily downloadable at the internet and it is easily transferable between one computer to another computer and it is used instead of zip images and it also easily portable. Next, we'll see some example for audio file format. The first format is WAV format. It is the uncompressed sound format. That means it has large size. And suppose you want to reduce the file size, mean the WAV format is converted into some other format like MB3. Next one, MB3. The full form of MB3 is MPEG Layer 3 format. The MP3 format is mainly used to store the music and download the music at anywhere. And the MP3 files, suppose we are compressing the MP3 file, means the compression ratio, that is the compressed audio format, will be 1 by 10 of equivalent WAV file. Next format, OGG format. It is one of the audio format and it is the free open source format. That means anyone can modify the audio format and it is also better streaming. Better streaming means already I told you it is easily transferable and downloadable in the internet, and it is the high quality audio format. Next, AIFF format. So Apple company introduced this image audio format especially for the Mac operating system. Next, WMA, that means Windows Audio Media Audio format. So Microsoft company specially designed this audio format, and it is designed with digital right management. That means DRM. DRM deals with copyright protection. What is copyright protections? So any other cannot modify or remake our product or our software, anything else. Okay. Next, real audio format. It is also fully streamable on the internet, and here mentioned some of the audio format that are all real audio format. What are they? WAV format, MPEG format, MP3 format, WMA, and RA format. Okay. Next we'll see some example for digital video file format. The first one, AVI, audio video interleave format. So it is the video format mainly for Windows operating system. In this video format, the sound and picture element stored in the individual pieces of this file. Okay. Next, video format, MPEG format. So MPEG means moving pictures expert group. So this video format produces digitized video and audio compression under some ISO standard by a group of people. The group of people designed some of the MPEG format. The first standard is MPEG 1. It is supported in the VCD, that is video CD, and MP3 players, and it is based on the VCD and MP3 based. And MPEG 2, so it is supported in the digital television set-top boxes and DVD also. Next, MPEG 4, this standard is supported in the mobile web and some multimedia applications. And MPEG 7, so this standard format is not targeted to any application. So it is the standard for searching of audio and visual content. Students, suppose we want to create any multimedia product means we need to follow some of the steps. Let us see some steps to produce the multimedia product. The first step, conceptual analysis and planning. So in the conceptual analysis and planning base, we are identifying the theme of the project and how much budget we need for our project, and also the content of our project. So here we are identifying these items, and here we are also discussing about copyright issues relating to the content of our project. So that is the conceptual analysis and planning phase. Second base, project design. So here we are designing our project with objectives and goal and activities. We are fixing objective, goals and activities for our project. Suppose if we are creating one multimedia project means it should have some general features. That general statement are called goals. And what is specially having in our project is called objective. That is, the specific statement in the project is called as objectives, and activities are the entire actions we are performing in our project. Next, pre-production. So based on the previous two steps, planning and designing, we are developing our project. That is called pre-production. Next, budgeting step. Here we are calculating the amount, that is the expenses for consultant charges, hardware and software charge, travel, communication, and publishing our multimedia project. That cost also estimated. Next, multimedia production team. So here we are forming one team with script writer, production manager, editor, graphics architect, multimedia architect, and also webmaster. Each one having different type of role. Okay. Next, hardware and software selection. Here we are selecting the fastest hardware, that is the fastest CPU, and RAM. The RAM size will be more, and the huge sized monitor and enough disk for storing our records and multimedia project. And based on the fund we are having, we are selecting the suitable software for our project and the suitable file format for our project. And next step is defining the content. So here, what is content? Content is the stuff. Content is the stuff or concept of our project. So content specialist, we are having one member, content specialist. So he is providing the content to the multimedia architect, and then multimedia architect going to develop the project. Next, preparing the structure. The structure of our multimedia project, which contain the entire activities of our project and the responsible person for each activity and the starting and ending time for each activity. So that activity and the responsible person and the starting and ending time of activity, that are called structure. Okay, for example, you take background music adding activity. Here the activity is background music adding, and here we are fixing one responsible person and we are fixing mentioning the starting and ending time for that activity. So that is called structure. And the productions. So up to now we have seen the pre-production. So hereafter we are going to see the production of multimedia project. Okay, what will happen in the production phase? So here we are selecting the background music and sound recording. Okay, this kind of work will be done here. And suppose we want to add any text in our multimedia project, means the text is added with OCR software. OCR means optical character recognition. Okay, that device. Using that OCR devices, we are adding our text in our multimedia project. And pictures are shoot by digital camera, and suppose we want to compress or edited any video clips, means we can do it in the production base. So finally a pilot project is ready. Okay, that means a model project for testing is ready now. Next step, testing. So here we are testing everything is in place, and suppose we want to make any changes, means we can also change in this step. Okay, suppose our project is a web based product, that is only playable in the internet. So that means we are testing our project using the browsers, Internet Explorer, so many other browser. And if it is a local multimedia project, means we are testing it with LAN server connection. Okay. Next step, documentation. So documentation is the step. Here we are declaring the all the informations starting from the system requirement. From the system requirement, all the requirement to the completion of testing. So here we are providing all the information about our project. Final step, delivering the multimedia product. So we can deliver our multimedia product through the CD, DVD or internet. Suppose if it is a local project, means we are delivering it with CD and DVD, and if it is a web based project, means we are delivering this by internet. Next we will see some roles and responsibilities of multimedia production team workers. So first one, production manager. So he is the leading person of our project. What is his role? So he is defining the project, and he is coordinating all the team member and also the project, and he should deliver the project in time with full quality, and he should have experience in the multimedia field, and he should be good at the professional writing for getting some permissions. Okay, and also he should have good communication skills and also budget management capabilities. Okay, next he should have experience in the human resource management, that is human handling, then only he can make other workers giving their best. Next, content specialist. He performs some research activities relating to our content. Okay, here the program content refer to the project information and graphics, data or fact relating to our project. Okay, next, script writer. So what is mean by script? So it is the video sequence of events. Okay, so the script writer make the concept into visualization in the three-dimensional environment. Suppose if he want, he add the virtual reality. What is mean by virtual reality? It is not a real but look like a real thing. Okay, next, the text editor's work. So in our multimedia project, the content should be logically, and the text we are using in our project should be structured. Structured means it should be ordered and it should be grammatically correct. The text should be structured and grammatically should be correct. Okay, next, multimedia architects. So he integrate, that is he combine the graphics, text, audio, music, video, photos and animation by using some special software. And computer graphic artist. So he work with some graphics element, that is background, bullets, buttons, pictures, editing, 3D object, animation and logos. Suppose we want to insert the graphical element means he will work. Okay, next, audio and video specialist. The digitized sound and video should be added by the audio and video specialist, and he will do the other works also, that is recording and editing the sound and making the audio and video digitize. Okay, next, the computer programmer. So he only do the main work. Okay, so the computer programmer write the script in the appropriate language, that is the programming language. Okay, finally he developed the project to give the display size and shape of the video. To display size and shape of the video, here developing the project, and also the programmer work for controlling our project using the peripherals like buttons. Okay, finally the webmaster. So the webmaster convert our multimedia presentation, okay, into the web page. Okay, he only provide the web services to access our project. Students, next we'll see the relation between multimedia and the internet. Okay, major application, most of the multimedia applications are used by internet. For example, map, some blogs or website, anything else. Okay, so USA reports that 55 million consumer uses the internet, radio and video services each month. Okay, 55 million consumer uses the internet, radio and video content each month. Okay, here image is the commonly used multimedia resources in the internet, and the multimedia content are shared by some social networking site, Facebook, WhatsApp, etc. Next, we are going to see the application, that is the uses of multimedia. Okay, first in the field of education. So in the education field, multimedia replaces the traditional teaching. Okay, so students can learn the lessons through the animation. Okay, so modulo, edusat, these are some multimedia based teaching and learning system. Okay, edusat means by the satellite we are telecasting some educational program on the television. Okay, so the edusat is launched in India. It provided virtual classrooms. What is mean by virtual classrooms? The students will be in their own places, but it look like all the students gathering in one places and listening the classes. Okay, that is the virtual classroom that was provided by, that is provided by edusat. Okay, next, the application of media in the entertainment field. Okay, so the multimedia is used in the radio, TV, online gaming, and also video on demand. What is mean by video on demand? So it is the service, it telecast movies directly to our television at individual basis. Okay, the movies are stored in a server, central server, from which it is directly delivered, broadcasted to our television. Okay, next, in the business field, we can see the application of multimedia. Mostly for marketing and advertising purpose, we are using the multimedia content. Okay, it is also used for creating the ID, employee ID. Okay, here the projector. Here we are using the high quality, that is high resolution projector used to present our multimedia content. Okay, and cell phones and personal digital assistant, that is like a mobile phone. Okay, these are used for multimedia communications. And in the field of medical, the medical students practices the surgery method using the multimedia content. Okay, multimedia video. Tiny digital cameras are inserted in the human body, so it displays the inner scene of the body. That's why the medical practitioner able to see the inner part of human body without dissecting it. Next, the application of multimedia in the public places, we can see. What is mean by kiosk? So kiosk is the multimedia computer. It gives some information to the user by the touch screen. Okay, that is called kiosk. We can commonly see the kiosk in the ATM machine and also railway station, airport. It gives some information to the user. So this information is created by some multimedia elements, animations, video, graphics, diagram, everything. Okay, next, multimedia conference. So the multimedia conference system, it is used to interact with one another and with a group of people. Okay, in the virtual room. Okay, it is mainly used for face to face interaction. Okay, next, the multimedia application in the multimedia kiosk. Already told you what is mean by kiosk. It is the multimedia computer. It provides some information to the user by the touch screen. Okay, commonly we see that in airport, railway station, and important public places to give the mandatory informations. Next, we'll see the multimedia application, webcasting and video conferencing. What is webcasting? It is the live telecast of any programs, that is cricket program or any other reality program, is called webcasting. What is video conferencing? So it is the process of conducting conference or online meeting between more than two participants. They are in the different site, but they can interact as face to face. Okay, next, the multimedia application, user orientation programs. So many multimedia content trains the librarians in the school, colleges and universities, etc. Okay. Next, in-house production of multimedia resources and e-publishing. Here, listen, many libraries. So many libraries means many multimedia making system. Okay. Many libraries produce the multimedia resources in their home, in their house for the sake of parent organization, and it publish the information at from different sources. Okay, that is in-house production of multimedia and e-publishing. Next, multimedia application, digital multimedia libraries. Now we can see everything can be digitized. For example, we can see the digital form of old Tamil literature in the e-library. Okay, so therefore we can see some example of digital multimedia content, that is any digital books, scanned images and also graphics, digitized audio and video clips. Okay, thank you students.